Hello guys, Emmanuel from Geekception here, and today I'm going to be doing the 5-day review of the OPPO R5. Let's begin. And welcome back guys. Basically my 5-day review is of me using the phone every single day, and for each of those 5 days I shall be recording myself at the end of the day to tell you what I felt using the phone. And today is the first day of using the OPPO R5, and the first thing I must tell you guys is the fact that this phone is crazily thin and it's crazily light. Like sometimes I felt it was just going to fly out of my hand because of how thin it was. And also when OPPO claims to have a VOOC fast charge, which is really fast, I was like, nah, cannot be as fast as Qualcomm Quick Charge 2.0. But actually I tried it, and I think from 20% to 50% was like in a couple of minutes, 10-20 minutes I think, which is really crazily fast. But something I've actually noticed by using the OPPO R5 is the fact that because of the camera hump at the back, you cannot actually place it on the table because of that hump. So you're always scared that it's going to scratch the surface of the camera. So I always found out that I had to, place it face down, which is also not a good alternative. But it's just something I had to tell you guys. And using it from 7 a.m., the battery went into like 10 to 12% at around 5 p.m. And because I don't like the battery size, it's just 2000 milliamp hour. So I think when it comes to battery life, I don't think it's really good. I didn't check the screen on time though, but battery life, it depends. And that has been it for the first day of using the OPPO R5. And today is the second day I've been using the OPPO R5. And the first thing I must actually tell you guys is because of the thinness of the phone, they actually sacrificed a dedicated speaker, which means that the only speaker you ever have in this phone is the speaker you use to receive phone calls, which sucks because it's actually not that loud and it's very mediocre, especially when you want to use it to play music or any other thing out loud. And also, talking about sacrifices, there's actually no capacitive light buttons on the phone, which means that when you're using your phone in the dark, you cannot actually find where the buttons are, the home menu and back buttons, which really sucks, especially when you're using your phone in a dark place. And talking about battery life today, I was only able to get about 2.5 hours of screen on time before I had to charge the OPPO R5, which I don't like because I hate having anxiety about my battery, is it going to die soon, do I have to charge it soon? But the upside is the fact that it actually has a VOOC fast charging, which makes it really easy for it to charge from 20% to 70% in like 20-30 minutes, which is awesome at my dad. And because of the ColorOS 2.0 on top of Android 4.4.4, multitasking on the OPPO R5 is pretty mediocre because the ColorOS 2.0 skin is really heavy. So most times you find yourself having to wait that extra 1 to 2 to 3 seconds after you have, pressed something to reflect, which really sucks. And that has been it for day 2 of using the OPPO R5. And today is the third day I've been using the OPPO R5. And something I must tell you guys is the fact that if you're charging it and you're using the phone at the same time, it gets crazily hot, which I think is because of the fast charge. So do not use it while you're charging, I think. And another thing I do not like about the OPPO R5, or something else I noticed about the OPPO R5 I would say, which I do not like, is the fact that because of the slimness, the power button is very easy to hit. So when you're just trying to readjust your grip on the phone or you're trying to hold the phone, most times I actually find that I actually lock the phone, which I don't really like. But a plus that I like about the OPPO R5, however, is the fact that the screen goes completely dark. So you can use it in a completely dark room and it's very legible on your eyes, you don't strain your eyes to see it, which I think is really nice. And I've been taking a lot of photos and videos from the first day of this review, which I shall be showing you guys tomorrow, not today. And that has been it for day 3 of using the OPPO R5. And today is the day 4 of using the OPPO R5. And as I promised you guys yesterday, I shall be doing a camera test. And right now as I'm speaking, you shall see some sample photos taken from the OPPO R5. And it's actually like the camera, it's really saturated, very sharp, even the front camera. One problem I did notice, however, is the fact that the white balance seems to be off. So sometimes, especially in low light photos, it looks kind of off. But apart from that, I'd say the camera on the OPPO R5 is pretty good. And this is a sample of the front camera of the OPPO R5. Now I'm going to be switching between different modes here, so you guys can kind of see how it meters, but generally it's pretty okay. It's well exposed. And this is the quality of the front camera indoors, and I only have a window open at the back there, and as you guys can see, it kind of meters well and it kind of tries to level the exposure. And that has been it for testing the front camera. And this is the quality of the back camera, and as you guys can see, I think it properly exposes properly. And the camera is really nice for shooting. I've found out that it has been adequate enough, and that has been the camera test for the OPPO R5. And something I've actually noticed, which I love on the OPPO R5, well, more on the software side, is the fact that they customize the drop-down notification. So when you pull it down when you're in landscape mode, it actually makes good use of the screen estate. So it divides the notification to the right side and the settings to the left side. As you can see here, when my friend Tanesh from Two Black Sheep sent me a message, which is really nice. You guys can also check out his channel. And the audio chip in the OPPO R5 is pretty good. You can use it with any headphones, and it's got really loud volumes. It's a problem I encountered with my Mi 4, and even using the bundled earphones that come with the OPPO R5, it's pretty loud. And that has been it for day 4 of using the OPPO R5. And today's the 5th day that I've been using the OPPO R5, and since I've been using it for the past 5 days now, I've been using it as my main phone. And something I have to tell you guys is the fact that the call quality is terrible. Like, most times when I'm on a phone call, I cannot hear the other parties, and the other parties cannot hear me well, and I have to repeat myself. So as a phone, I think it's pretty bad. Another problem which I discovered was because there's no headphone jack, you cannot actually like charge your phone and listen to audio at the same time, because it only has that port at the bottom, which you use to do everything, including charging and listening to music or videos. So that means that if you're charging your phone and you want to watch something, well, good luck, because you cannot. And for gaming on the OPPO R5, I would say gaming on it was average, little stutters here and there. And because of that aluminium unibody, it actually gets very hot after extended gameplay. So that's something you guys should definitely watch out for. And that has been it for my 5th day of using the OPPO R5. And in conclusion, basically using this phone has been nice, I guess. It's been really slim and really light, but most of the time using this phone is just an example of sacrifices that were made, such as the headphone jack and such as the speakers. And also the unergonomic placement of the buttons means that most times you find yourself accidentally hitting the power button when you just wanted to grip the phone. And the phone is not cheap, retailing for around $400. There are many options which you can actually consider going for. But if you are the kind of person that wants to have the slimmest phone, or you know, one of the most slimmest phone, yeah, you can definitely go for the OPPO R5. For one, I like the camera. The camera is pretty good, very sharp saturated images, and 90% of the time you get a good shot. But battery life is very subpar, with me having to charge at least twice every single day. For 5 days I've been doing this review. Though that can be, you know, at least helped by the fact that this phone has VOOC fast charging, but it does not help that you have to always think that, oh, my phone is going to die, so let me quickly go charge it. And that has been my thoughts and experiences using the OPPO R5 for 5 days. Now, it's up to you guys to actually decide if you want to get this phone or not. Anyways, thanks for watching this video. Give this video a big fat like if you like it. Give it a dislike if for some reason you don't like it, and leave any questions in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future updates. I shall catch you guys in the next one. Don't forget to be awesome. Bye.